Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. We have sold the chickens, so what we're going to do, one of the first things we're going to do today is we're actually going to reposition the chicken pen down here, if we can, as close to those horses as possible. Now that may require quite a bit of terraforming. I'm hoping that it won't be too bad, but yes, there is definitely going to be some terraforming involved. We know that. This is something that we can live with. This is something that we will cope with. It'll be fine. I'm also planting this here with grass over this side. Now, we only used about 60 litres of seed planting grass over on that little field up there, so I'm hoping that the 200 litres that we got left here will be just enough to be able to cover this little patch here. If it is, that's going to be absolutely perfect for us, because it means that we are not going to need to worry about it. So I'm going to let the hired help do that. They'll carry on across there. Hopefully, they will go roaring off up through there, and there won't be any problems. Now, what have we got down here? We've got some shrooms, and we have an outhouse. Well, at least we're not going to run out of toilet paper. That's too heavy. Object too heavy. Can I pick up the toilet paper? I cannot. I can't pick up the bucket either. Oh well, never mind. Right, that one does go all the way down to the other end, so that's fine. And we're going to stand here underneath a tree, and I think the chickens are next. If you didn't see it, you need to go and see yesterday's video. There is a free giveaway on that video for a trial. It's a 2-week trial. I got two codes for two codes for a 2-week trial for a multiplayer server. It's a 6-person server, and it was supplied by, I couldn't tell you his name in the episode, but it was actually by a guy called the Little Hungarian. So if you would like to have a free trial for a multiplayer server, it's only a 2-week trial, okay? So you're not getting you're not going to get millions of pounds worth of stuff. You're not getting a free game or anything like that. You are getting a free trial for a server. And if this does sound like something you'd be interested in, then by all means, get into the comment section down below, and not down below here. You need to go and see that video. You need to go and watch yesterday's video, and then you'll be able to get your chance to be able to go for it. Right, so we cannot deform the terrain here. It's absolutely not allowing us to do this. Terrain cannot be deformed. Why can't you be deformed? I can lift you up a bit. Terrain cannot be deformed. Yeah, it doesn't like that. I'm wondering if we've got... There were only 2 trees over here, weren't there? It was just 2 trees on this. It might be that we're trying to move too much. I've moved the rest of it. We got rid of the rest of it, and I did grind out those stumps, didn't I? The stumps are gone, but we don't seem to be able to do anything with it at the moment. Right, so what are we going to have to do? It might have to be stepped up by quite a bit, and I'm willing to accept that. So let's go back over here, and we want to go into the animal pens. We go back to our chicken coop over here, and let's see. So I can bring it. Actually, I can bring it so that it's not far off from here. How far over can we go? I don't want to go too close this way. Okay, I can put it there because there's like a tractor in the way, but it will let me put it over there. That I can do. Collides with an object right there. That works. It's colliding. I'm wondering if the Mahindra there is causing any grief. That is terrain cannot be deformed. That's still saying the same. So maybe there's something else going on here as well. It's not letting me do that bit. Ideally, I'd like to move it down. I don't want it up there where we had it last time. I want it to come further down this way. Terrain cannot be deformed. Why can't you be deformed here? What is wrong with this little bit? Let's go and have another look. I have an idea. I have an idea with this. We go over here and I will stand on the horse's roof. Also just going to look into the animals here. So daily riding on Tyree is 6%. Tech lime is on 14%. That's fine. We don't need to worry about those for a minute. They're not any kind of issue. So we want to go back in here again. Animal pens, chicken coop. Right, so we know... Ooh. It fits. It now fits. Why wasn't it fitting before? It does now. I can't go over this way, but it will let me put it there. One more thing I want to do. I want to have the F1 control so I can see just what we're letting ourselves in for on this, because quite frankly, this is going to be pretty grim, I think, in places. We go to there. Right, now that... 100,000. 100,000. If I drop... 162,000 to drop it down in there. That is insane. Right, so over that side it won't let us do it, but right here it will let us do it if we've got 160 grand. And then I can bring it right up like that. It's not going to allow me to bring it up, but it will allow me to drop it down like that. That's 95,000 there. And then it goes, it just gets higher and higher and higher. Down a little bit. There's 90 grand there. So obviously I want to put it like that, kind of, but I want to bring it over this way as far as I can. It does appear that that's about as far as it's going to let me do it. Up there. I can bring it down this way a bit. Let's zoom out. I'm going to move over here because I don't want it going up too high on that road on the side. So I can go to there. Out this way, it's not liking it at all, is it? Even if I bring that down a bit. I'm thinking bringing it down is going to be a better option, even though it's going to cost us more. That would be ideal. If I could put it there, that would be perfect. That's 90,000. That's too high. That's 85,000 there. That's lifting it up, but 85,000 is a lot better. You don't have enough money. Yeah, I know that. 88, 90. I still want to move it back this way as far as I can. As far as it's going to actually allow me to take it back this side, which is about there. That's where I want to take this one. So I think that we're looking at around there, actually. Raising it up, it goes too much. 86 there. Drop it down a little bit. Kind of want to put it in between the two there. So we're looking at, we're going to need around 90 grand to do this. And then if we go up to bigger still, we go to the sheep pasture right there. You don't have it. It's not going to even let me start on the sheep pasture. Okay, we're going to have to get some money. We're going to have to take out a loan for this. We have a 200,000 loan already. What's the loan? How much can we go? 300. We can go 400. Wow. Okay, you can actually go a substantial... We've got $500,000 already, and the loan is still going. I don't know what the max loan is. I want to find out now. Let me see what's our max loan. You can't press and hold. That's it. I've run out. 710. That seems a very sort of particular fit. Why 710? I don't understand why 710. That seems like an unusual number, to be honest. Anyway, I'm going to repay a load. I'll just take it down to there a second, and I'm going to go back into the animal pens like that. And then, now, you know we do actually have enough of the cows. I want to do sheep first. I want to bring the sheep up there. Now, this is what I wanted to do, is I wanted to bring the sheep up this way as far as I possibly could. And then I need to look at this. So, bringing the sheep in... Now, how much... What can I do about this? If I lower the sheep down like that... That's going to be too low down, really. Bring them out this way. Terrain cannot be deformed over there. I'm going too far over. I'm going towards the trees and stuff. It looks like maybe it's just a little bit too steep right there. Thinking that that might be kind of what we want about there in the middle. It really doesn't want me to place it really doesn't want me to place it down there at all, does it? I'm going to come down and down and down and down. Still saying it can't be there. It'll bring it back over. It's because I'm too far up against that side. That's what it is. It doesn't like that bit. So I need to sort of bring it back over here. Terrain cannot be deformed here. Raise you up to there. Yes, it's not even... Yeah, well, it's not going to consider it up at that height. It's not even going to do that. It's not even going to go there. So then we come over out this way, and really, I just want to bring that up a little bit. So I can bring it to there, and then we can get to about here. So I cannot have the sheep pasture all the way up there like I originally wanted. I can put the sheep pasture over here, but is that going to be in the way of the chickens? I think we're gonna end up being in the way of the chicken set. So where are we going to be able to put cows? I'm starting to think that maybe the cows are going to have to come out over here. Because, look, I can lower this down. And it will go in there. 200,000. There. 200. 247. 300. Right, well, we could bring it back over this way. I kind of want to avoid doing that if at all possible. This bit in here, it doesn't like that. But that's colliding with that object there. That is going to cause us a bit of grief, I think. Let's get our chickens in first. Let's not worry about the sheep for a second. Let's get the chickens in first. We know that we want the chickens over here as far over this way as we can humanly get them. So we've sort of got that about there. And that's looking at 100,000 there. If I go back this way, see, it is raising it up by quite a bit. I'm thinking I actually want to... Yeah, raising it there, that's actually making it cheaper. I can't bring it down this way. The terrain cannot be deformed. It's going too close to those horses to deform. Here I can. I'll bring that down. That, it doesn't like it. It won't let me deform it that much. Oh. 100,000. I'm sure I had it cheaper than that. That's 90. Yeah, we were back up this way a little bit, I think. There seems to be about the best that I can get. That's 88,000. If I lower that down a little bit, I think we might be better off with our tracks going all the way round. I'll bring it down this way as much as I possibly can towards those horses. That's about the limit of it right there. I'll lower it down more. Yeah, it's going to cost me more, but I can also bring it down a bit closer to the horses if I do this. Like if I lower it down to there, that's 50 grand. Good gravy. 150,000 this is going to cost me. Okay, we'll lower it down to there. I cannot move it back over that way, which is a real shame. But I can move it in like that there. There we go. For better or for worse, there is our chickens home. So let's just go and have a look at this a minute. We've got on here, we've got this like ramp over this side, which is not ideal. I don't like this bit over this side. But we do have this lower point down around here, and it's not exceptionally steep by the look of it coming down. I think that's going to be alright. We've got a track down here that still kind of works coming through here. Again, I think that's going to be alright. And then we've got an open expanse up here, where in theory we should be able to put the sheep. So let's go there next. We'll get some more loan. I know that I've just spent like $150,000 buying these chickens, which is a little bit expensive, but I think it was worth it. I absolutely think it was worth it. So I'm going to get another 200,000. We'll go up. We'll put our loan up to 500,000, and then we will go out of here like this, and we will go back into here. We will go to miscellaneous. No, we won't. We won't go to miscellaneous at all. We will go back again. We'll go to the animal pens, and we will get the sheep. The small cow pasture, this one here, is saying terrain cannot be deformed. I'm thinking that we're just not going to get the cattle pasture in here at all. Not in this area. Terrain cannot be deformed. it's got too far to have to go. It's not going to fit into that little zone there. We ought to be able to bring it in over here, I think. Collides with another object at the moment. I'm pretty sure that bringing this in over here, we will actually be able to do something with it on here. Deformation of the terrain has failed right there. Bring that up a bit. Down there. Deformation failed. Ah! So cows will fit. It'll take up a big chunk on that bit right there, but they would actually fit. I don't want to put cows in just yet. Like I said, we're going to go with the sheep first, and then we will get cows, but I'm thinking we might try and put them somewhere else. Now, looking at the sheep, I can put the sheep right in here, so I want to tuck these in over this way as far as I can get them now. And that's going to free that one up. That's going to turn that field there into a grass field. So looking at this, looking at that paddock right there, where are we going to, where's the food and everything go? Kind of want to put that, I want to turn that round, don't I? Because the food goes on the other side. Put that one there. That's 97,000 for that one. I'll bring it down this way towards the chickens as much as I can. I think that's it. That's 100,000. I can't go I can't go that way any further. That's 90. No, I'll bring it down towards the chickens. I'm going to put you in there. Okay, that hasn't, like, but that's not been too drastic or anything. We can get all the way around that one. So here is our chickens, and then we've got, like, the slope up here. You've got room to get round the outside of the sheep. There is the water trough on that side. Right here is the food trough there. This is not overly steep at all. It's not like that. Nothing has gone too drastically wrong with that. I'm quite pleased with that. That's a good result. And then you've got the animal pen right there. The only bit that I'm not entirely thrilled with is that little bit of ramp that we've got right there. And the same again with the sheep right here. And I'm hoping that the terraforming update that they're planning on doing is going to allow us to just kind of modify that a little bit there. We'll just test it out a minute. There we go. So we'll just get this little bad boy right here, and we'll see what we've got. So we've got a little bit of a gap down through there, and then we come on round. So we know that it's a little bit steep coming down there. It's not too bad. It's a little bit sort of bumpy around there. Around this side on the sheep, doesn't seem to be any major issues at all here. We've got a field of grass up here that is going to work out fine. And there's no major problems going through this. It's a little bit rough in places, but overall, I'm pleased with that. I'm thinking this is a good result, I think, and I'm happy with it. For the cows, there does appear to be room to put cows down here. Now, if we remove that workshop there, we might actually be able to move the cows over into this kind of zone right here. It might not allow us to put stuff here because of the because of the terrain and that. It might, and also because of these tracks that come through here. It might not like it. But I suspect a lot of it is to do with that shed there. So if we were to sell the garage, we might also be able to put our cows down and put them there not far from where the sheep are without infringing on the fields too much. I don't know. That's something that we'll look at. We will go in for sheep, for cows as well, but we're not going to do it just yet. So let's stop that one, and we can go up over this way. We want to get you. You have now plant. Oh, that is fantastic. Look at that. We've got 8 litres of grass seed left. We planted this entire field, and we've got 8 litres of seed left over at the end of it. That is absolutely spot on perfect. You could not have had a better run than 8 litres of seed left over. And it's done a neat and tidy job as well. It's gone right to the end on both ends. That is brilliant. 8 litres. That has absolutely made my day. That has 8 litres of seed left. We're going to need to get some more seed, true, but 8 litres of seed being left over from our run, that is absolutely spectacular. So we need to back this one up here. The next thing, we've got a couple things that we need to do now. we're going to need to go and we're going to need to go over to these chickens, and we're going to need to deal with them. We want to give the horses a little bit of exercise. We're not going to worry about that for a minute. Now, this bit right here, this is the bit that I also don't like. I'd like this to be able to terraform, but that is something they've said. It's on the forum. There's a post about it on the forum, and they're talking about a full terraforming thing that is coming. Now, at the moment, because of where we've terraformed, it looks like we've got the shadow there that is on the surface, and I'm guessing it's like the old surface. So maybe there'd be some issues here before we start, because look, we've still got the wheel prints going up there. I'm thinking logging out of the game and logging back in again would actually cure any of these like texture issues here on the surface. And it would sort of like load in with the new terrain being lower down and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not in the least bit concerned about that. Minor detail as far as I'm concerned. So let's go back round here. We'll open our gate and ooh, question. Okay, we're gonna run a test on this for a minute. Obviously, we're gonna want a rooster. Move. You press enter to move. Okay, so we're obviously gonna want a rooster. Now, I said that I was gonna go for half and half. So we're gonna want. How many chickens can you get? I forgot to check. Animal pen, chicken coop, right there. 100 chickens. It'll allow you to keep 100 chickens. So the first thing that we're going to do... Oh, nope. Don't go doing that. Frith, you idiot. We go back to this one. That's what we want. Right. Rooster. The rooster doesn't do a lot, I don't think. But we want one rooster at least. So then we're going to go into here. And I want to get a whole load of these. Now, unfortunately, you still don't have... Like, well, we used to have a scroll button, but now you've got to press enter multiple times, and you've got to actually count them up on here. I don't know how many I've asked for. I have no idea. I've just said brown chickens, and I don't know how many I'm asking for. So, here, like, well, they're $50 a piece. So there, 2,000. So I've now got I've got 40 chickens, right? And it's going to cost me $600 to move those 40 chickens in. And I want another 40 chickens of the other ones. Actually, that's I got 39 of those, so I want to do that. $15 a chicken, so that's, I got $40. Yeah, it's expensive. We know that it's expensive. So if we go here into trailers, and we have a look at animals, right there, we've got animal no. Why have we not got animal transportation? I want... Oh, animal transport. There. It's a whole separate category for animal transport. That one there, we can have 12 cows, 36 pigs, or 38 sheep. This one, 14 cows, 21 pigs, or 24 sheep. This little one here is 6 cows, 9 pigs, and 10 sheep. And this one here is 2 horses. How do you try... Are we not allowed to buy chickens? We're going to want that one for moving the sheep, though, aren't we? If we're going to be buying sheep, we're going to want that. I'm assuming that it doesn't allow you to buy chickens with it. Now, it's 1,920 to lease it, or 24,000 to buy it. I think we're going to want to lease this one. I think we'll lease it. So that's 2,000 for leasing. There we go. Okay. Back and back again and back again. So there's the chickens. If I take you a minute. Now you've got a little bit of grain in you. I'm actually hoping that I can drive this down and I can tip that grain into that trough, despite the fact that I've got no chickens here at all. Actually, I'll tell you what I will do. I'll go over to here and I will buy 1 rooster. There. Move there like that and then confirm. So I've got a rooster in there. Cost me 15 to move that rooster over here. What I'm hoping is that I will be able to go and get roosters with the rest of the chickens from the animal dealership, but I don't know. It doesn't say anything about moving chickens. I got a feeling that we may not be able to do that. So let's take you, and we'll just put you down like that. We're not going to try and use the Mahindra or anything like that. We're just going to use this one as it is. I do need a plough as well. I am going to need a plough as well, because we're going to want to enlarge the field next to us. What I'll do first, though, is we'll get over there, and then we can go to the animal dealership, and we can see if it's possible to get a load of chickens. If it's not, then we'll just buy a load of sheep, and we'll bring those back, because we're going to want sheep as well. There is our stock trailer. We come whizzing in around here like this, and then back up again. I should have that down a little bit lower, I think. And we will grab you on there like that. Okay, now where is... Our rooster has 10% productivity. That's very clever. Spinnery, no. Is it the ranch that we got to go to? Railroad, biogas, central grain elevator, railroad, sawmill, port grain elevator, barn. Oh, animal dealer right there. That's the one that I want. So I'm going to tag that point right there so that I can see it. And then it flashes on my map. And not only that, you have that great big green column up there in the middle of the air that tells you where you need to go. So we're going to go up through here. There we go. We want to go this way. Ignore all the rest of them. Those cars still sound like tractors, don't they? And we want to head up this way so that we can get to the animal dealership. And hopefully, in theory, we should be able to bring back a load of animals. There's the great big green beacon over that side. Here's the thing for the animal dealership. Do I go... I think I go down this way. I think I do. Let's try it down this side first. There's the train. I love the fact that the train does carry on driving around the map. And if you switch it off, if you do go and stop the train, I think after a while it starts up. Now, I don't know if it does that every time, but it does sometimes seem to start up. And that's the one that I want. Right, so I want to go to there, and I am going to get out so that it gets rid of the whole tag thing. And then we'll go on to here. I'll remove that cover, and also you can lower this one down. Unfold. Unfold, so that lowers it down like that. The only disappointing thing is you don't appear to have a thing for opening the doors on the back still. Still can't open the doors on the back. We've got sheep, we've got pigs, we've got cows, and we've got horses. So I can have the horse there, and I can... Animal type is not supported. So I cannot buy chickens from here. I can only get chickens from the other one. So here we can go for normal white sheep. We can go for brown sheep. We can go for black and white. This is Suffolk's. This would be, well, probably mules or something like that. Brown sheep with black. You know, I'm genuinely not sure. I think some Shetland sheep do actually have brown with black faces. I'm not sure. All black. Again, you get Shetland sheep that are all black. But this would be the most common sort of sheep. This one or this one, to be honest. And white, coloured wool is a lot less valuable than white wool. White wool is always the most valuable wool. So we're going to buy white. We're going to get this one type of sheep. I'm not going to get any others, because normally a flock of sheep, you would get all the same breed. So we're going to go for these. And I'm going to go... I can take 10, I think. I think it was 10. So how many of that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't like that I've got to physically count this out. It's the livestock trailer full. But yeah, I don't like that I've got to count it out and that there's no like extra numbers here. I'd like to be able to go... Because we're back to FS15 now, where you went into the thing and then you had to spam click if you wanted to buy 1,000 sheep. Yes, you can't get 1,000 sheep anymore, but it's still... There's too many clicks, too many button pushes to fill a yard up with animals, as far as I'm concerned. I think it would be better if it was, you know, slightly less than that. There is our load of sheep. Anyway, there is our load of sheep. So we can press X there, and we can lift that one up. And there it is. We've got a load of sheep now. They are ready to go. We're going to take those back home. And there we go. Look at them. Very happy. These little sheep. All ready and raring and waiting to go. Bring them on round that way. I'm liking these sheep. I'm liking the look of these sheep. They do look quite good. Okay, anyway. Which way do I want to go? If I bring up the map. Now, we can go back around here. Actually, that would be the best way. We want to turn left out of here. We want to go along. We turn left again, cross the railway, and come down that way, and then straight into our farm. That does seem to be the best route for us to take. So we will come out this way. We'll go along the front, and then we can turn down. We get these sheep back home. Then we also want to buy our chickens. Now, my plan with the chickens, as we are not able to transport chickens back, is we're just going to have to buy the chickens outright. And I'm going to buy 40 of each chicken, and then we'll see. So the 40 of each chicken, what that's going to get us is we're going to be able to breed the chickens. We are still going to have the chickens breeding, but then we'll also find out what happens fairly quickly, what happens once we've reached the maximum amount of chickens in a pen, whether it does go over that limit, or whether it just says, no, you can't have any more chickens here in this pen. I quite like these little roads that are coming down around here. It's quite nice. You've got like these little extra roads just sort of wiggling through to connect up little bits, because that does make it seem a lot more realistic. Now, to unload the sheep, the wool will be that little small area on that side, and this will be the sheep here that you unload, putting them in front of this race right here. So we want to just bring that one. I turned that way too sharp there. Bring that one over there. Now, we always used to do this at an angle, right? I've got a indicator going there. Yeah. We always used to do this at an angle, like that. And just bring one over, and you sort of bring it out so it goes to about that point right there. Now, we don't want to lower this one down this time. Oop, nope, I want to go... I want to come out. What you do is you then come over here. We had a... I mean, the race didn't look quite like this, but it was similar. So, that gate there, that will open out, and that will tie back against there. And then that one just sort of opens out. This is the only way that the sheep can go. That one opens out a bit, and then the sheep can run up through there. And it worked out quite nicely. It was nice and tidy. It was all very neat, and it fit. It was beautiful. It was an absolute thing of beauty. Okay, so then we go into here, and so now... Oh, I can sell the sheep. I see. Right. So move. Put them into there. Am I set? No, Betamax RDS. That's not going to cost me $1,000 a piece, is it? Space confirm. No, it hasn't cost me any money. It's just moving. Again, you're having to move them all one at a time, individually, out of there and into there. We definitely... I definitely don't like this system of having to do it like that. I would rather just say move 6. Click on unload all. Something like that. Because how many times are you going to bring one sheep in here and put one sheep on another pen? Things like that. So this is... Like the chainsaw, I've gotten used to the chainsaw. I said I didn't like the chainsaw, but I've now gotten used to it, and I think it's alright. The rest of it, I'm actually looking at this, and I'm thinking that this is genuinely a step backwards, the way that this has happened. And this is, hand on heart, I think the first thing I've found now that I don't think I'm going to think, you know, give it a bit of time. Like the chainsaw, I thought, well, yeah, even though I don't really like it, give it a bit of time, I think I'll get used to it. This... I cannot see that this is like a positive thing, the way that we got the animals at the moment. Especially now, I want to go down here. I want to buy 40 chickens, okay? So I need to go into here, and I want to go there. I want 40 black chickens, okay? So I've now got to spam this, and I've got to count. I got no counter here to tell me how many chickens I've got. None at all. I got nothing. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, yeah, I can calculate it on here. And I can do that until we get up to 2,000, because this $50 a chicken is going. That's 40 chickens right there. So I've got my 40 chickens. So I can do it like that, and I can just spam the enter button. And it is less clicks than it was in FS 15, but still, it does feel like a little bit of a step backwards when you could have like a number there, or you could move 10 or 20 of them. I like the variety in the numbers. So let's confirm that. We've got 40 chickens have moved in there, and it cost us $600 to buy the things in as well, because apparently we're not allowed to go and get our own. And then I'm going to go in here and brown chickens as well. I want some of these. So I'll do that as well. I want another 40 of these. So that's going to put it up to another $2,000. And keep going. Keep spamming. Keep spamming. Keep spamming. There we go. Another $2,000 there. And confirm. So you sell the livestock for half what you paid for them. And of course the chickens. What's even worse about the chickens is I go to that chicken right there, okay? And I move that chicken. $25. I get $10 in total for the chicken. Just $10 for that chicken. That would be it. So now we go and have a look in here. We've got 40 chickens right there. And I've got a little bit of food. I don't have anything else. I've got 40 chickens right there. We've got 100 chickens that were allowed in here altogether. Now, we've got 80 in here at the minute. So we want to get a little bit of wheat and barley in there for them. And we want to get some water in for the horses. Sheep up there, they are 0% productivity at the moment. We need water. And we need grass and hay. So grass and hay we'll deal with in our next episode. Right now, we will quickly run over and grab that trailer over there. So let's jump onto you. Oops. Lift that one up a little bit. And I'll bring the stock trailer over this way, because we'll go and get another 10 sheep at some point as well. And we'll be using this one. We're going to just periodically sort of go out, get 10 sheep, come back. And we'll also do the same with cows once we get cows. Although I'm not sure where we're going to put our cows. I'm hoping that we can put them in that space there. We may have to sell the workshop and move the workshop in order to get the cows to fit in properly. But, yeah, at the moment I don't know. Something that I would really like to see, right? If I go here a minute, and we go here into the placeables. We go, it doesn't really matter. Go into any of these. Right. Now look round here. It's not letting me put there. The terrain cannot be deformed. Why can't it be deformed on that bit? Right? It's not letting me do it there. I had trees on there, didn't I? Right, I can deform the terrain here, but I had a tree around that area, and it looks like, even though I've removed that tree, it's still not allowing me to put it right. I can bring it all the way down here. Thus, why is it not letting me do it there? What is it about? The collides with an object? Ah, I wonder if I've got a little bit of straw on the ground right there. That's what the colliding with the object is. That bit there, I think that's because there's a tree stump under that, and it doesn't like it. And then over here, I wouldn't be surprised if we've got a bit of straw on the ground. But what I'd like it to do is I'd like it to highlight what the problem is. Because it says what it is, but it doesn't tell you what it is. There. That little tiny little bit of straw is what is actually blocking that. And then over here, somewhere, there's something else that was causing a problem. And I can't see it. We've removed the tree stump from this bit. But it's still, it's not like allowing us to do it, is it? Can you see the tree stump? Can you see any sign of it there? Because I can't. There's no sign of... Actually, I don't think it is there. I think the tree stump was over here somewhere. But we didn't have that tree stump. It was just saying that we're not allowed to deform this terrain. It's not letting me. Why not? Why can I not deform that terrain? Maybe if I run over it with a plow first, that would be something that we can do. But I would like it to sort of give a little bit more information than it does at the moment. At the moment, it doesn't really tell you anything. If it gave a bit more information, that might make life a little bit easier. Anyway, let's not worry about it too much. We'll run under there, and I'm going to take all of that wheat into this trailer, and we'll run it over to the chickens, and we'll tip it out. That is everything that chickens need. It's just wheat. Oh, wheat or barley. They can have wheat or barley, they can. We've put some wheat in already. So we'll run over this way. We've got a tiny little bit of straw there. If we remove that straw, are we going to be able to plonk down the cattle yard there? Well, we'll almost definitely have to remove that workshop and put that somewhere else. I'm quite happy to do that. I can cope with that just fine. So there we come down around here, and then we bring this one in around this side like this. Bring you up to there, and tip you out. Out you go. How much are you going to put in? How much are these hungry little chickens going to want? I'm looking at these chickens. See, I've got a lot of these chickens here. We've got a load of black chickens in there. Pretty sure I've got brown chickens in there as well, or I should have. But I've only got the black ones showing up. None of the brown chickens are actually showing up here at the moment. That's a bit odd. I wonder why that is. I have got the black chickens in here, haven't I? The brown chickens. Yeah. They're all in here, apparently, but they're not showing up. So now let's go and have a look. We're on 100% productivity. Reproduction rate is 0. Why is the reproduction rate still on 0? I've got a load of food in here. I've got a rooster in there as well. And that's very peculiar. The sheep, they haven't changed, and they're not going to change either. So let's jump back into here, and I'll move you. I'm going to take this. I'm going to go and tip this back. But what I'm also going to do while I'm running this back over this way is I'm going to fast forward time a little bit. And we're going to take it through from 10 to 9 until about 9:30, I think. We go to 9:30. That should be all right. And that will hopefully have allowed the chickens to do something. If they're going to do something, hopefully it will have allowed them to do something. Let's just let that... Yeah, well, while that's tipping up. So there we go. We go back to... here we go. 6 hours. It was 60 hours previously. At the moment, it's 6 hours. And neither of them have got any eggs, but that's 6 hours as well. So we've got 6 hours reproduction rate. And we've got 5 1/4 hours left before we get another one of those. The horses are very happy. We're going to need to do a little bit of exercise and stuff with them. Obviously, the sheep, they've got nothing that we can do with them at the moment. We're going to need to get some, well, we get some water in for them. They don't have straw in there, do they? Sheep. It literally is just grass or hay. Ooh. I'm just thinking about this. Do I go and buy another couple of bales and bring those couple of bales back, or do I cut the grass up around those trees up at the top? I think for now we'll buy a couple bales, because the horses, they used up a bale as well. So we'll just buy a couple bales. We won't worry about too much more. Let's unhitch that trailer there, and I'm probably not going to want this front grab anymore for a bit. I'll bring that round. Yeah, well, we'll get the water tanker on. Anyway, that is all I've got time for today. So we've now got sheep, and we've got chickens, and we've got cows. So we've got a number... no, we don't. We don't have cows. We've got horses. There's a big difference between a horse and a cow, Frith. I realise that it might be difficult for someone as simple as you, but seriously, look, okay, that's a horse. Cow is altogether different. I'm going to take this one off, and I am going to go and ride one of these horses. We'll ride you right there. You need some exercise. So let's go and give the horses some exercise. Go out this way. And we'll jump over there. Right. So, yes, if you haven't watched yesterday's video and you are interested in a chance to win a 2-week trial for a 6-player multiplayer server, then go and watch the video, find out what you got to do in order to get your chance to win one of those codes. There are 2 of them that I'm giving away, and I'll be announcing the winners next week. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.